This conference will now be recorded.
I have chance of working on GTS as well. So join here to learn about the latest E4H.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Funny, go ahead, Funny.
Funny?
Funny, could you able to hear me? Okay. Meanwhile, Nani, go ahead, Nani.
Hi. Yeah, hi. Who's that? Naveen, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Funny. Yeah.
Yeah, Naveen, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear.
Right. So I'm also working as a SAP consultant right now, working under the SD and the GTS as well with the, compliance management's working. So I have the chance to work with the GTS so right now. So just only one reason I'm moving to GTS. So along 7+ years of experience with the UST Global, I'm currently working with that right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nani, go ahead, Nani. Nani, I guess you can't hear us. Can you rejoin once, please? Okay, Srini, you can start meanwhile, okay? You can start.
Yeah, okay, Naveen. Hey, Sandeep and Funny, nice to hear from you. I heard you both are already working in GTS. Then why you are want to take the training again in the GTS?
Right. That's a good thing. Actually, as I mentioned you, so since 2 years I've been working with the GTS, but not in detail knowledge in there. So just as a hands-on experience, I got the knowledge and I learned myself by looking the materials or somewhere. So, but it is not like a perfect knowledge, I can say. So only the work knowledge and project-wise we can work on it. I mean. But still, there are a few people are asking for the E4H migration. So that time we need that, right? So more proficiency needed. That's the only one cause from my end.
Okay. So currently you are working on GTS or ESD?
GTS only.
GTS only. So which version of the GTS? It's a 11 or
It's a
E4H?
11.0, I guess, not E4H yet. So we have an opportunity for the E4H. But due to
What is the
my
difference?
lack of knowledge, that is I don't know yet. So those are things need to be learned.
Okay. So what are
So
the
whatever
areas you?
the com compliance management, whatever the required few FTOs and legal units and all the things with the document types and item categories and those things I can able to manage with the output configuration also I do.
Okay. What about customs
And
and
any
risk management?
screenings, risk management never worked on it, so I never got a chance to do it. So those things I need to learn actually, and moreover in detail with the legal regulation and classification, how it will be determined more. I don't have more knowledge into that, but I always usually support the people to unblock the screenings. So those things I do, and any developments
So
work,
you are working.
enhancements, any developments.
Okay, that means you are working only on the issues related to it's a AMS kind of thing, right?
Right, kind of, and also some of times with some developments if it is required.
Okay. So when you have the
Right.
system in hand,
Mm-hmm.
where are you located, Funny?
Hyderabad itself.
Hyderabad. Okay.
Right.
Because your voice is so feeble. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Sandeep?
Hey, Srini.
So
Hello,
how long
Sunny.
you are working on GTS?
Yeah, I mean, I have an experience of close to 8 years, Sunny. So I worked
In
on
GTS.
10.1. Yeah. I worked in on 10.1 and 11. So
Mm-hmm.
I worked on configurations as well. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, like, I also want to know about the latest E4H, like the differences in E4H and regarding the preference management and intrastat.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the
Mm-hmm.
areas I'm actually looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I reached out to help, and when I came to know that there is a training session planned for E4H version. So that's what I'm actually looking for as part of this particular training.
Okay. So you are expertising from the last 8 years in compliance alone, customs and
Compliance and
risk management.
compliance and customs both.
Customs. Okay. Customs special procedures, everything you know.
No, not the special procedures, but the export and imports I worked on.
Okay. Okay. Currently, where you are working?
And so I'm working with TCS right
Okay. Which location?
now. This is based out of Georgia.
Georgia. You are in US.
Yes, Srini.
Oh. Okay. 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 Yeah. What about Naveen? The other guy is joining or not?
Hey, he's joining. Okay, he's joining from mobile. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. So
So today's managed will be the mobile, right? For the introduction. Me too.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have joined through the mobile right now.
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Right. Thank you.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Srini. You can. When I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
I can.
nothing so much I need to explain you here because you both are already on GTS working on. Sandeep is having a good experience in GTS with 8 years of experience, a good experience, and funny with a little. Okay. I can say he's in
So
a base level. Okay.
for the basic
So
level, I can say myself.
yeah. It's okay, no problem. By the end of the training, you will get expertise. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am not going to discuss anything. Just a brief discussion on the GTS. I'm going to share. Okay, here. Okay, what you already know what modules or solutions, sub solutions in GTS we have, right? Compliance management, customs management, and risk management. Okay, but I am going to talk only on the pure E4H point of view now. Okay, so in E4H, what is the difference is, first of all, there is no GTS cockpit in E4H. Okay, it is purely on fairy tiles, right? And the second thing is there is no risk management. Okay, risk management contains earlier restitution, letter of credit, and preference management. Okay, now in the letter of credit has gone to FSCM module in S4HANA. Okay, and there is no more letter of credit in GTS. Then what is the other one? Restitution. Restitution is obsolete in SAP. SAP GTS right now. If you want to use any customer, like you people know, right? Restitution is mainly used for food and beverage products. Okay. So those clients, I think they are giving separate license for them, but rest of the people, there is no restitution in the E4H system. Okay. This is the first thing I want to let you know. Okay, there is no restitution at all. Only in the you can see compliance management, customs management, and preference management. Okay, so I don't think so. These slides also will be helpful for you to do. What we can do in the training once you confirm and we start, as usual, I start with what is the GTS and how what and all required to for the GTS, how it will help the organization. This and all I will take briefly. Okay, then we will go into the compliance management.
Srini, before you start, okay, there are other participants also join. Okay, let's have their introduction also so that it will be easy for you to. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Anil, go with your brief introduction. Anil. Anil, you there? Could you able to hear me? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hi, this is Anil. Like, I'm working as a GTS consultant in Accenture.
Anil, I can't able to hear you. Your voice is very feeble.
Oh, I think something is with my headset.
Can you speak a little louder?
Yeah, this is Anil. Like, I'm working as a GTS consultant in Accenture, having 3.6 years of experience. Still, you are facing this issue in my audio.
No worries, Anil. We can't hear you, anyways. Okay. At least you can hear us clearly, right?
Yes, yes, I can make it.
Okay. Okay, Srini, you can go ahead. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Who is the other person? Nani.
Yeah. Nani, his mic also is not working. Yeah.
Okay. Who is this SR?
Yes, sir. Who is this? Yes, sir. Hello. Okay, Srini, you can go ahead. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me share my screen again. Okay. I think you, the participant who all are here are GTS experts only. GTS already know what is there in the GTS, but you people want to know what is there in the E4H system, right? So, like I'm telling, like there is compliance management is there, customs management is there, but risk management only preference is there in the E4H system. Okay, so E4H means edition for HANA. So in this one, there is no restitution. Restitution is no more exist in the GTS system, and the letter of credit is moved from GTS to FSCM module in S4HANA. Okay, hope you are clear, right?
Yes, Srini.
And another thing is there is no GTS cockpit. Okay, and you have to use the fairy tiles.
Got it.
Okay, just a minute. Naveen, can you make me again presenter? My screen is visible now.
Yes, Srini. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this, as I'm telling that compliance management is there. People already know, right? Compliance management, we have three sub solutions like embargo screening, where country level screening will happen, and sanction party list screening, which is also called DPR, denied party list screening, and legal control, which is license. And then customs management, where the customs management is when you are exporting or importing, you need to get customs approval whether you can do this transaction or not. Right? For that, you need to submit some documents, which is called export or import declaration. There are many other processes involved. Once we get into the system, we can discuss in that one. Okay, and the third one is only risk management. In the risk management, there is no letter of credit and no restitution. Only preference processing is there, and ECR, which is electronic compliance reporting, the intrastate data will be extracted from the S4HANA system to GTS, and you will submit the reports to customs. This is mainly used in European countries, ECR. Okay, so these are the solutions we are going to discuss in the coming sessions. Anyone has any clarifications here?
Yes. So what I would like to know, just as you said, there is no separate GTS cockpit, so it's integrated with S4, right? S4
No,
HANA,
no,
like a
no, no,
how
no,
it
no.
is that,
GTS is a standalone system. Okay, as it is
right?
used in.
It is not. Yeah.
Okay, it is not embedded with S4HANA. Okay, like TM or EWM. It is still it is a standalone system only. But the thing is, there
Okay.
is no cockpit. Earlier we used to see, right, GTS area menu, when you go /SAP SLL /menu underscore
Yeah.
legal, you
Legal
will
R. Right.
okay.
Legal.
Yeah,
Right.
legal R3 you will use in S4 system,
That is
S4
okay.
ECC.
Yeah, I understood.
Yeah, in GTS system you will see the GTS cockpit or GTS area menu, right? That is no more.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. I understood that. So it's a still standalone.
Yeah, it's a still standalone system.
Okay.
So these are the processes that just we discussed, right? So risk management, preference management. I think I forgot to correct this one. Letter of credit process no more here. Okay. So we can discuss from the beginning, like RFC setup, what and all you need to require to set up a SAP system to SAP system, like SAP S4HANA to SAP GTS system, or SAP to non-SAP system, any legacy systems, how we can connect and all we can discuss in the initial session. Okay, and then what are the organization structures are required in GTS, and what is the other important, like master data. When you transfer the master data, what are the setup to be completed or exist in the GTS system? Those are all we can discuss in the general settings. Then we will jump into the real part of the GTS, where compliance management, which is having the embargo, sanction bottle screening, legal control export. Then we can go into the customs management. This is where we involve with the customs authorities, how
Hi,
we will submit the declaration. Yeah, so
Srini, I'm actually sharing any slide or anything because I actually see the meeting session on the screen.
oh, is it 1 minute?
Yeah, me too. Same.
Let me reshare again. Now,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
now
see.
it's visible with the slides. Yeah.
okay. So what I'm talking is, whatever the setting, general settings is there. First, initially we will discuss how the systems will be connected. Okay, the basic setup between the two systems. Then we will talk about the general settings in the GTS system. Then about the compliance management. In the compliance management, we have sub solutions like embargo screening, sanction bottle screening, and legal control, export and import. Okay, and then we will move into the customs management, where customs authorities, we will get the, we will submit the documents, right? So what the documents, how those documents can be generated, okay, in GTS system, and what how you will submit that to customs authorities. Okay, because you can connect the customs system using the GTS system, right? That and all we can discuss in the customs management. Then in the risk management, we will talk about the preference process. Okay, there is no letter of credit, so preference management, this is the we are going to discuss, and we are going to talk about the interest rate also. Okay, is there anything else you want to, anyone?
You'll be talking about that FI integration as well, Srini?
You want to talk about the payment screenings?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you want that also, I can cover. That's not a problem.
Sure, sure. That will be helpful too, Srini.
Yeah, sure. This is Sandeep, right?
Yes, Srini.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone has any other clarifications? So GTS has involved with the logistic modules, right? So OTC, you already know that what is the OTC, right? Sales process, which is also an export process, and then other one is a P2P, which is procure to pay, where will purchase the products and all. These two modules are mainly involved because when you purchase the products, you are procuring the products from the vendor who is located in other country, other geographical location, right? Then you need to submit the import declaration. You need to get the customs approval. That's why procure to pay will come into picture. Where when you are exporting from sales order to, it will be short, right? Sales order, outbound delivery, then pro forma invoice you will create. Then you have to get the export declaration approval. All these things will come. Okay, these two modules will be involved. And like Sandeep mentioned, when we are going to use the FI integration here is when you are making the payments to your suppliers, when you are receiving the payments to your from your customers, you need to do the screening. Okay, so here you may get the question why we need to do the screening, because the payments when you are receiving, that payment banks should not be under sanctions. Okay, or the payer, most of the times it will be 100% ISA, either credit cards or wire transfer or checks. So you will receive those banks or those places, okay, from where they are making the payment, that should not be under embargo or under sanctions. Okay, that's the reason payment sanctions also very important. Okay, we can cover that one also during the time of SPL screening. Okay. So I think you already know this structure, right? How an organization structure will be there in the S4 system, S4 or ECC system. Okay. So why we will use the GTS? That is this slide is talking about it. When you are doing a trading, that means when you are exporting your goods or importing your goods, you need to follow the regulations of those countries from where you are doing the trading, right? For that, what is the need of the GTS? So you saw, right? You people already know that there are terror attacks across the globe is happening, and every country is putting sanction on those organizations or persons. Okay, but still it is happening. But how you will stop those things? Okay, so there is a way in GTS system where sanction part release screening will come into picture to screen the transactions by identifying the parties in the transactions. Okay, then they will block the transaction. Okay. Now you may get question why we are, what will happen if we stop? If you don't do the screening and if you don't stop the transaction, customs, when the customs will verify that when you submit the documents for your customs clearance, right? So they will verify the parties, business parties. For example, you are selling from India to USA customer who is under sanctions. You did not verify his name. Okay, so when customs are trying to approve, they find his name is under block list. So what they will do, first they will stop the transaction, they will cancel your export import license, which is called exim license, and then they will put 100 to 300% fine on your the transaction value. Okay, whether it is $1 million or $10 million, whatever it is. Okay, there are so many cases. You can take example of Slumberger or Honeywell, like that. Many cases are there where they paid huge fine for that one. Okay, so that is the reason GTS is highly, I can say, advanced in helping the business organizations to prevent such a transactions. Okay, so I think that's it. I want to share with you. If you have any further clarification, let me know.
Srini, will you go into any of the what do you say, the OData interfaces and how the fee details are built? Any of those
So
details in the screening? Just
OData interface. OData interface means like EWM to GTS or TM to GTS, how the data is connected. Like,
Yeah, and when I have an understanding that whatever when the interfaces or how the tiles are designed in E4H, right? So these are
hmm.
all working based on OData interfaces,
Hmm.
and APIs. I
Hmm.
just wanted to know like those technical details also will be covered here, or
See,
I know it is,
I'm not a
but I mean, like we know, right, as professionals, like in the interviews and all, they're asking those questions.
Mhm.
Just wanted to get an insight on that. That's it.
Yeah, see, first of all, there is a theory consultant who will be taking care of these things. Okay, whether it
Yes,
is
yes.
through API or data. Okay, so
Mm.
OData and the API are purely technical. I'm not going to cover in that one. I'm not a technical person. I'm a pure functional person. I know what I want, and I will
Yeah,
extract the work from those people. Okay,
got it.
I'm not
Got
going to cover that one.
No problem. See. Yeah.
Who is this VN? When? Hello, when? Naveen, are you able to hear me? When? Can you unmute?
I think he's saying he has some mic issues.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you also GTS consultant or okay? Are you GTS or SD consultant? SD or MM? Yeah, funny. Yes, please. Funny. I'm not able to hear you. Funny, can you unmute and let me know what you want to know? You raise your hand. You are not audible, Funny. Can you type me here if you have something? Okay. So apart from the FI, MMSD, there is now PP module also involved in GTS, where for the preference process, which is identity-based preference processing. Okay. Is that one you are on to know?
Yes,
Yes, Sandeep.
Srin, just to, I had a small question. On top of that, this IBP is basically different than the standard preference management.
No, it is almost the same.
Same.
Okay, but the only thing is here earlier you don't see the production orders or process orders into GTS, right? Now production orders or process orders also will come into picture here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but in the E4H, so far I have not seen how it is displaying, because currently I am working on that one. So I'm not going to share that one without successfully completing that one. Okay.
I understand, Srini.
Yeah.
Fair. Thank you.
Thank you. So if anybody has any other questions, otherwise we'll close the session for today. So what time will be suitable to you people? Yeah, Fadi, you are asking something? Yes. Yes, Sven. Do you have any clarifications? Yeah, between morning 6 to 8 will be fine for me. Sandeep, is that IST timing 6 to 8 is fine. 6 to 8 means I can say like I don't know what is your time there in Georgia.
Yeah, it's in like 6 to 8 p.m. or a.m.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
time. A.m.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it comes around in the evening for
Okay.
me. Yeah. So.
Is it fine for you?
Yeah. I think I'll be able to make it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes, when we have already started a few minutes back, and I think you joined late. Okay. So you are a CRM experienced guy, right? So let me briefly explain you in the GTS. Okay, GTS is a standalone system where you will use GTS for the screening and customs approval purpose and all. You will use the GTS system. Okay, so GTS has sub solutions like compliance management, customs management, and preference management in the GTS E4H. Okay, earlier GTS different versions are there. Now it is called GTS E4H, which is GTS edition for HANA. Okay, in this one, these three solutions are there. So compliance management is having the sub solutions like sanction portal screening and embargo screening and legal control, and then the customs management where customs export and import trading will come into picture, where you will do your imports or your exports with the approval of the customs authorities by submitting relevant documents. Okay, so how you will submit those documents, how you will generate those, all we can discuss during the time of session. Okay, then preference management is used mainly to get the duty exemption or duty that will be either fully or partial exemption using the preference management. Okay, so I can say out of all these preferences are highly complicated one. Okay, so I have almost nearly 13 plus years of experience in GTS with preference. Rigorously I'm working for the last 10 years. Still I can say that I know little bit. Okay, there is that much of vast subject. It's always keep on changing, keep on learning only. Okay, so that's it. Is it fine for you, When? Okay, great. Where are you located, When? Are you in India or outside? Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, then I think Naveen, we can close the session. Okay, you can take the feedback and then let me know. We can set the timings and all as per the convenience to all the participants. Thank you all. Thanks for joining the session.
Thank you very much.
I believe you are the faculty of this session, right, Srini?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. This is Pradeep. I got a link this today, just few minutes before. Sorry, I think yesterday I got this. And I would like to discuss with you after this call. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, you were telling something, Prashant? Pradeep? Sorry.
I
Am I
think
audible?
I would like, yeah, now I can hear you. I would like to speak to after this call. I think I already communicated one of the training expert soft training team, and I have a few queries. I think after this session, if we have 2 minutes, I think we will discuss.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, good morning to all. My name is Srini. I am introducing myself. Let us introduce ourselves to each other. Okay. Myself, Srini, I have overall 15 years of experience in SAP and 13 years of in SAP GTS. Okay, with I have more than 8 plus end-to-end greenfield implementation experience is there with different industries like automobile, pharma, healthcare, FMCG, service industry like that. With Europe and US clients along with APAC client. I have you can say that I worked almost all the major MNCs. Okay. Yeah, that's about me. And I used to give the trainings from last 10 plus years. I'm giving this trainings individual and as well as corporate trainings in GTS. Yeah, thank you. So can you people introduce yourself?
Srini, hello everyone. I'm Prashant and I'm having almost ESD module. And Srini, I just gone through the demo video also, and many of the participants are with GTS background. So basically, I'm not aware of anything with GTS. So I'm assuming and hoping that you will be starting everything from scratch.
Correct. Yeah. Initially, a few seconds of your voice is disconnected. How many years of experience you have in ESD?
So I'm having almost like 15 plus 16 years of experience in SAP SD.
Oh, great. Okay. Good. Nice to come to you. Pradeep?
So basically, the only query I'm having that you will be starting from the scratch, whether
Yes.
okay, okay,
Yeah, I
and
will be starting from the scratch.
okay, and we are going to have these sessions on weekdays,
Yeah, correct. Yes, weekdays.
on daily basis, or how we have planned.
Yeah, as of now, it is on daily basis only, Monday to Friday. Maybe sometimes Friday I may not be available. Okay, I will intimate you in the before day itself. Okay, in
It
that
will be
case,
of
pardon?
it, it will be of 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour, one and a half hour max.
Okay, because I have to rush for office also. That's why I've asked. 1 hour I can. Okay, it's okay with me. More than that, it will get tough for me to rush for office.
Okay, yeah. So where are you located, Prashant?
I'm based in Delhi NCR.
Oh, Delhi. Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Thank you, Prashant. Oh, Pradeep?
Yeah, I have 9 years of experience in SAP overall procurement, and GTS I have around 2.5 to 3 years of experience on that. So I wanted to know more on a few areas, especially. So, I mean, I can discuss with you after this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Where are you situated, Pradeep?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay. Chetan.
Hi, yeah, my name is Chetan. I have over 25 years of IT experience, out of which most of it is in SAP, primarily SD, MM, FI, CO,
Wow.
planning, and all that stuff. But I have a very high level understanding of GTS. So, just like Prashant, I'm allowed to learn it from the very basics.
Okay. Okay. So you already currently working GTS also?
I have I mean, since I worked on SD and MM, we integrate with GTS, but just at a very high level, all the RPLs and things like that. But AES filings a little bit. Apart from that, nothing else.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Where are you situated?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this timing is okay, Chetan, for you?
Yes. Yeah. This is fine.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Ram. Ram, are you there? Okay. Funny. Funny.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, Ram.
Yeah, Ram here.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Can you introduce?
I joined little late. No, I'm not sure whom I'm talking with.
This is Srini. I'm the faculty of the session.
Yeah.
I would like to know about you.
Hi Srini. Yeah, I'm Ram. I got 12 years of SAP SD experience. I would like to add GTS to my profile. So I'm just looking proper training in GTS with HANA.
Okay.
And
So
I'm from Hyderabad.
okay. Did you ever worked in the GTS, or you were planning to start?
New to GTS. No, I never worked on.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Funny. Funny, can you unmute yourself and let me know about you? Hope everybody joined from your laptops, right? Not from your mobiles.
Yep, I joined from my laptop.
Okay. What about others?
Yeah, from laptop on.
Tablet.
Yeah, if it is not mobile, that is fine. Yeah. Funny, we are not able to. I am not able to hear you. Is there any problem for you? Audio problem or something? Naveen?
Yeah, I'm there. Hello.
Yeah, Naveen. I think Funny is unable to talk. I think it seems.
Funny, can you select the different option of mic, Funny? Problem, Sri. You can go ahead. Okay, I'll communicate with you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Naveen. Okay. Thanks for introducing me.
Srini, before you start, I just have one question here. I haven't joined the demo session, so I just wanted to understand that you are going to cover the transit procedure as well in custom management and affiliate processing risk management.
Yeah. Which one? FTZ?
FTZ, free
No.
trade zone or
No. I will let you know what I'm going to cover here. Okay. See, my trainings always where I have the hands-on experience, that only I will share. Okay. I don't give the training where I have the only knowledge. Okay. That's my first one. And so far I have worked in the GTS almost like 13 years. I told I worked on the compliance, customs, and preference process letter of credit. I did not work on restitution because none of my clients are food and beverages for site. So I did not get that opportunity to work in that area. And I did not work in the interest rate also fully. Okay, I know interest at what we can do and all, but it is only from the ECC or S4 side. So we never, none of my clients integrated the European clients mainly with ECR in the GTS system to submit that report. So what will happen when you generate the interest rate report in your feeder system? That will be transferred to GTS, and using the ECR, electronic compliance reporting functionality, you can submit that interest rate report to your local customs authorities. Okay, so that interest rate I worked in the S4 side, but not in the GTS side. No hands-on experience, so I'm not going to share that one. And no FTZ. I don't have any client use the FTZ. Mainly my clientele, most of the 80% of my clients are from Europe. Okay, so I can cover you European point of view, that one only, but not FTZ. Okay, I don't want to give false promises and all. Okay, is it fine for you?
Yeah. So for Europe, I think then you are going to cover transit procedure, right?
Yes. Transit procedure I will cover you. Transit procedure and all we can cover, but we cannot see the response and all these things, right? Just I will
correct.
tell you.
I understood. Yeah. I mean, I was working on for European things.
Okay.
I have a live experience on that, but only thing is process quite difficult to understand that. I'm not able to understand that transit procedure and all, especially for that's a European. There are 27 countries, right? How they do it.
Correct. Yeah.
You are going to cover that, okay?
Yeah, we will cover that.
And also NAFTA. Sorry, now it's USMCA. So
USMCA we can cover. That's not a problem.
So you will cover end-to-end process, right? USMCA.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
These are the main. It is similar. The preference is similar for everywhere. Okay, but the rules will be different. Depends upon the FTS of that reason.
Correct. Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Srini, can we have the walkthrough what as a part of content what you are going to cover if you have that slides?
Yeah. Oh, just give me a few seconds. I'm going to share my screen. You are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah. So what I'm going to cover is, first of all, basically system connectivity between the SAP systems like S4HANA or ECC to GTS, how we will connect. Okay. And what are the setups we need or settings we need to make after the connectivity between these two systems. Then what are the data we will transfer, right? Generally, we have two kinds of data. One is master data, second one is transaction data. So how we will transfer this data from feeder system to GTS system? Okay. Then in the GTS system, what is the GTS? Okay, that introduction of the GTS. Then what are the sub solutions GTS have, like compliance management, customs management, preference management, all these things I will cover. Is it okay? Prashant?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Today, as introduction, I am going to discuss about the data. From tomorrow onwards, we will see in the system. Okay.
And Srini, when will we have access to the the demo system or the
from
sandbox?
tomorrow. Yeah, mostly from the tomorrow you will get the access.
All right.
Because the same day, if you see in the system and do some practice kind of exercise, that will be good for you, right?
Yeah, especially because your your course time is just the length of your course is only like an hour a day, right?
Yeah.
So I think it
See,
will
I am
help.
not restricted to an hour. If it is extend a little bit here and there, it's I am okay, because my intention that day, what we have discussed, that should be observed or taken by you.
Okay.
If you have any clarifications, next day also, initially first 10-15 minutes we will cover going to that one. After clarifying your things, then I will proceed for the next day session.
And for how long is the instructor-led training?
Yeah, it is. I'm assuming maximum 30 to 35 days it will take.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, because I see the meeting invite until September, sometime in September.
Oh, no, not that much. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I need to check with Naveen on that. But
Yeah, please. You can check with Naveen. So this is about the training content. Okay. So what is the GTS? So GTS is Global Trade Services. Global trade means you people know, right? When we are exchanging the goods between the countries, right, from one location to another location, whether you are purchasing the goods or whether you are selling the goods to the customer located in other country or other geographical location, that is called export or import trade. Okay. So what is there? The GTS, what it will do? So we have seen 9/11 terror attacks, and there are similar attacks across the globe. So what is happening when the goods are moving from one party to another person? What kind of goods and who is exchanging the goods? Nobody is there to monitor, right? For example, if you are sending a courier, okay, from India to US, does anyone open and see what it is there? No, right? Just they will take the declaration and they will send that one. But while transferring, they will scan it. That's a different case. But that is depends upon what the documents you are submitting along with that one. But after the 9/11 attacks, every country is so cautious what the goods are coming in their country, from where it is coming, who is sending. All these things are they are carefully monitoring. Okay, so you may question what the SAP GTS will do here. Okay, so I will give an example. There is one oil company called Slumberger. Okay, it's one of the renowned oil company. In 2008 or 9, I think they have paid US customs almost to 300 times of their transaction value as a fine. Okay, why? Because they unknowingly exporting some oil, crude oil, to the some organization which is under sanctions. Okay, so then they come to know about the SAP GTS and they started using the SAP GTS. So how SAP GTS will help you, that I will talk. Anybody has any clarification before I start? Okay, so SAP GTS, what it will do means it will screen the business partners with whom we are doing the transaction. Okay, whether it is a purchase order or sales order or outbound delivery or inbound delivery, whatever the document, when you create a document in your feeder system S4HANA, once you save the document, it will be transferred to GTS. Okay, and when it comes to the GTS will verify the business partner in the document, to which country, what is his name, and compare it with the sanctioned party list or denied parties list. Okay, then if it finds the business partner name is matching with the list exists in the GTS system, then it will block the document. That means it will not allow you to create subsequent documents in your feeder system. For example, if you are creating you created a purchase order, okay, and purchase order went into block in GTS system, then what will happen? You cannot create the goods receipt for that purchase order. Okay, the same with inbound delivery also. Until you release the document, the system will not allow you to create the subsequent document. The same way for sales order also. If the sales order is blocked in GTS, outbound delivery cannot be created. So what it is doing, it is helping your organization to prevent by creating such a transactions. Okay. If you are not using the GTS, what will happen? You are going to submit the documents and customs authorities verifies and they find that the business partner with whom you are trading is under sanctions, and they will put huge fine. They will stop the transaction and they will cancel your licenses, export import license, and also sometimes they will put you in behind the bars also after putting huge fine. Okay, that will be 100% to 300% fine will be on your transaction value. And again, these are the consequences you have to face. Okay. That is the way the GTS system is helping the organizations. That's why that solution is called compliance screening. Okay, where we have in the compliance management the screening process like embargo screening, where country level screening will happen, where the country of the business partner is under sanctions or not. Okay, and then the second solution is sanction party list screening, which is called SPL screening. Okay, in layman language we call denied party list or blocked party list screening. And then legal control, which is called license management. For such some products you need a license. Okay, to export or import you need the license. That license requirements also it will verify and it will assign automatically the license. Okay, so previously if you people have vast experience in SD and you might have seen in ECC or S4HANA, now it is international trade is there. Earlier it is a foreign trade. Okay, where foreign trade, if you people might have worked, you might have seen everything manually you have to maintain. Okay, whether it is license assignment, SPL screening, or embargo screening, or customs management activities, everything manually, each and everything you have to. But GTS, everything is highly automated. Okay, only the thing is required here is the data from the feeder system. Okay, so anybody has any clarifications here in compliance management?
No, Srini, one basic question.
Yeah.
Why is this like a standalone? Why was it not part of S4?
Yeah, good question. See, GTS system is a standalone system always, and it's going to be for few more years. That's what I heard from SAP. Few years, 2 years back, when I had a call with SAP US along with my client also asked me the same question, because they have the TM which is embedded in S4 system, and they also have the EWM which is also embedded. But SAP GTS, why I have to take the separate box? So SAP GTS, you can connect with the any custom system. First of all, okay, directly you can submit using the GTS system by connecting relevant customs authorities like US customs or German customs, Netherlands customs. But there is a middleware required to connect the GTS system with that local customs authority system. Okay, so Seaburger is coming into picture. The second thing is SAP designed GTS in such a way you can connect n number of SAP and non-SAP systems. Okay, so in 2022, I think SAP did some experiments. Okay, they embedded the GTS and they try to connect multiple systems along with this middleware system to connect the local customs authorities like US customs. I think they told. So there is some what I can say that performance issues they faced. Okay, that is the reason they thought that they want to keep separate based on their clientele experience. Okay, generally SAP use few clients for their experiments on the new products and all, like John Deere, Johnson Johnson, these clients. So I heard from those people that they want to keep the SAP GTS as a standalone because they want to connect multiple SAP and non-SAP systems. There are clients using that. Is it clear?
Yes, it is. Thank you. So there's a plan to integrate in the future.
I don't think so. When I interacted with him, I asked her the same question: is there any plan to integrate in the GTS? They said that in near future it is not there.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's about the compliance management. So compliance management is the word says that making your transaction compliance, whether it's your export or import, which will be cleared after screening. Okay, if there is any issues in your transaction, then it will stop your transaction. So it is preventing by paying the fines, losing the license, all these things. Okay, that's why SAP GTS is compliance management from SAP GTS is helpful. You may question, what about the international trade? Yes, international trade in S4 and also do the similar functionality where you have the embargo screening, watch list screening. There it is called watch list screening, and also license process is their legal control, and additionally you have the product classification. So the organizations where small or mid-level organizations, they will go for the international trade where they don't use the customs or preference or letter of credit functionality. They used to go for the international trade. Otherwise, the rest of the functionality who are required the customs compliance and risk management functionalities, they will go for the GTS only. That's what I have seen. Okay. And in the customs management, so this is one of the biggest advantage from the GTS. Other solutions like from the Oracle, we have the GTM. Customs management is a highly complicated when you say, because you have to submit the customs declaration, you have to get the approval from the customs authorities. So many of the countries like Europe and US, you no need to submit the paperwork. Okay, you have to submit online, digital, everything. So when you submit the documents online, and you can get the response also immediately, max of 20 to 30 minutes time. Okay, so that compatibility is there with GTS. You can connect using the middleware, either BizTalk, or in US they use the BizTalk. Some clients I have seen, but most of the clients in Europe used to use the Seaburger. Okay, Germany, Netherlands, or these countries I have seen, they use the middleware Seaburger to connect with the local customs authorities, and they submit the declaration. They get the response whether yes, approved or rejected or anything. Rejected means if any query, any of the document or any of the information they are looking, if it is not there, they will put as a rejected, and then we have to resubmit those documents and get it approved. Okay, this is done using the customs management. And there are some special procedures like Pradeep mentioned, there's a right transit procedure when you are sending the goods from one one country where it is departing and reaching the destination by crossing the border. Okay, for example, from US to Germany. Okay, so when you are exporting from US, it has to reach Germany, but entering in the Europe in Italy. Okay, so Italy customs has to give the clearance, even though it is not staying in the Italy, it is passing through the Italy. Okay, Italy customs has to give the approval where you will open the transit for that one, and once it is approved, you will close the transit, and then you will reach your goods will be reached to Germany. Okay, this is a transit procedure that also we can use using the customs management in GTS. And also there are some special procedures like a bonded warehouse, where bonded warehouse or customs warehouse process called, it is called, where you will use the customs warehouses to keep your goods certain period of time without paying any duty. Okay, that is called customs warehouse, and also scrapping. Scrapping is the functionality where if you are not using the word itself specifies there, scrap the goods. Okay, that functionality is there. IPR, inward process relief. When you are importing the goods and re-exporting the goods, you no need to pay the duty. Okay, customs import duty, you no need to pay. The same way, OPR process also there. This kind of similar process, special like FTZ, foreign trade zone, which is specifically used for the US purpose only. These functionalities you can adapt or use from SAP GTS. Okay, that is the customs management functionality. And then risk management. So risk management is having the three solutions. One is letter of credit, restitution, and preference management. But for your information, GTS latest version, GTS E4H, which is called Edition for HANA, is not having the risk management functionality, which is there is only preference management, compliance management, customs management, and preference management. So restitution they wiped out, and letter of credit they moved it to S4HANA FSCM module under financials. Okay. Anybody has any clarifications here?
So, whatever the areas we mentioned, all you are going to adopt E4H configuration process, right?
Yes, yeah, E4H. Oh. Because now 2025 is the deadline, so I hope you people, everyone get the projects or working in the projects of E4H. So I am going to walk you through E4H. But frankly speaking, E4H is not that much of compatible like GTS 11 version or earlier versions. Okay. That's my experience. Okay. So here you can see, yeah. Yes.
Ram here.
Yeah, Ram.
Yeah, since we have at least I have zero knowledge on GTS side. So, as I said just now, if I remember, if I understood correctly, risk management is more to FSCM side, and so those are will be covered as part of this training, right? Whether it is moved or not from other modules or something like that.
Letter of credit process you are not going to use, so there is no point of using that one because I cannot show you in the system which is not there right here. If it is there, I'm ready to show because I have the hands-on experience in that one. There's no problem. But when it is merged with FSCM, I don't know how it is functioning there.
The standard GTS functionality will be there in a previous system, right?
GTS earlier versions is having up to GTS 11. You have the preference is there, letter of credit and restitution is there. But now E4H it is not there. That's what I'm telling.
Yeah, E4H that's okay. But knowledge purpose, those topics will be covered in standard GTS, right? 11 version somewhere.
Let me check that one with Naveen. In that E4H system, you cannot see the letter of credit.
No, I'm not talking about E4 system. Standard GTS system.
This training is...
Srini, it's not covered in EH4, so can you just give the overview of the letter of credit on 11, GTS 11, so that we can understand, right?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Let me try. If any older version
whatever topic move to SCM, okay, FSCM, just give us the overview of that topic so that we can have the knowledge on that. Okay.
Sure. But one condition, we will take it on the last end of the session. Okay, last few sessions we will cover that one.
Yeah, when you correct the risk management, that time also you asked me, so that time should not be connected to this link. Okay, so better when you're taking the risk management, that time you just cover this topic. Whatever the topic you are saying that is move to the FSCM. Okay, just give the overview and highlight in a lower version. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I mean. What I want to say, after completing the preference process, I will check with the Naveen any older servers are available, GTS 11 or 10.1. Then we will take that one and I will show you in that system.
Yeah. No, new version available.
New version
available, right? They are not scrapped, right?
No, that functionality itself is moved from GTS to FSCM, I am telling.
Yeah, I understand, but that is in a newer version, not a lower version. FSCM 11 is GTS 11 is still available. 10 is available, right?
Yeah, 10 is available. That's what we are going to use the GTS E4H here in this training.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what I'm telling, after completing the preference management, I will ask the Naveen to get that 10.1 or 11 version of the GTS. Okay, to show
Yeah.
you the letter of credit functionality and all. Because you see, simply
Correct.
telling the theoretically nothing makes you anything else.
Nothing.
You can read
Correct.
anything anywhere in the Google documents. But if I
Yeah.
show you in the system, that will be helpful for you.
Correct. Apart
Yeah.
from that, what are the topic you are covering here? Risk management, the other thing.
See, what I hope you are able to see my screen, right? Compliance management. Okay. In the compliance management, embargo screening is there. Okay. And then sanction party list screening, legal control. Now there is no import or export. It is called legal control. Okay. And the classification. This is from the compliance management I'm going to cover. And then customs management, customs import and export process, everything I will cover, including the bonded warehouse and IPR process and all I will cover. Okay. And one point I want to tell you is we are not able to connect the custom system, right? Just I am able to show you the declaration creation, all those things. Okay. Somebody asking something? Okay. And in the risk management, preference management, I will cover. Okay, which is there in the E4H. Then we will go to the lower version of the GTS and we will cover the letter of credit process.
Okay.
We don't have ICCN classification. We don't have an ICCN here. So ECCN we have compliance.
Now there is no ECCN or ICCN. It is only the legal control. So the classification you can make with either it is called ECCN or ICCN. You can differentiate with the legal regulation. You will come to know when we see in the system coming sessions. Okay. Earlier there is a difference is there ECCN, ICCN, but now it is no legal control export or import. It is called legal control process. That's it. Because most of the clients using export purpose only the legal control, but import there is no license required in many countries. Okay, many products. So that's where they come up with the solution, single solution as a legal control. Okay.
I cannot see here your GTS org structure, then master data setup, integration with other SAP system.
No, I
Are you
already
covering this
told in the
topic?
initial, right?
I just joined 10 minutes back. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I am going to cover from tomorrow's session is, first of all, system connectivity. Okay. From S4 system to GTS system, how we will connect. Okay. And what all are the relevant setting configurations we will do there. Okay. To transfer the data. So what kind of data we will transfer? One is master data, like business partners, customers, vendors, contact persons, then material master, BOM data, procurement indicators, price, everything. Okay. We will transfer from S4 or ECC system to GTS system. Then what are the document type transactional data? What are the document types we will transfer? Purchase orders, inbound delivery, sales orders, outbound delivery. All these document types, what and all we need to transfer to GTS, where we need to define all those things. I will let you know in the system connectivity session. Then coming to the GTS system, what all are the initial setup required? Okay, like system connectivity activities and general settings is there. All those I will cover in the initial setup. Then only I will go into the compliance management, customs management, and preference process.
Okay.
Okay.
So SAP is providing certification on the GTS.
Yeah, GTS certification is there, but it is only in Deutsch, German, not in English as of now. But there is a SAP Learning Hub is there, right? There you have the SAP GTS in English. I think in future, coming few years, they are planning to give the GTS certification also. I'm also eagerly waiting for that one.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Yeah, hi Srini.
Yeah.
Funny here.
Yeah. Yes, funny. Finally, I'm able to hear it from you.
Yeah, actually I connected through mobile.
Yeah. Please
Oh.
don't connect with mobile, okay? Because you cannot
No, no, no.
see.
For talking actually, because I need a special privacy settings in our browser actually.
Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, today's session
So
it is
that is
okay.
not allowing.
Yeah, at least make sure to from tomorrow onwards either laptop or your desktop computer, anything. It would be good for you
No,
to
I'm
see.
using my laptop right now, but it is office laptop.
Acha, acha.
So it's restricting me for the microphone settings.
Oh, okay, okay. Why don't you use your personal laptop or some tab or kind of thing?
Yeah, I need to. Yeah.
Yeah, it is better, right? Instead of taking risk from office laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Funny. Funny, can you introduce
And I
yourself?
have, yeah, definitely. So since 2.5 years, I've been working with the GTS right now.
Good.
So there is another project I'm going to be onboarded in that for the GTS only.
Oh, great.
So
Congratulations.
before that, I need to get a proper knowledge and full-fledged scope of GTS features and everything I need to get on that. So that reason only I have joined this program.
Good, good. Yeah, I will definitely help you on that one. Okay. Whatever I have the
Yeah,
knowledge, I am ready to share with you. Okay, with you all. Okay. Thank you,
sure.
Funny.
And what kind of like, do we get any notes or anything or interview point of any questions? Can we get it from? Can we expect?
I can give you the GTS certification material. Okay, it is not the latest one. GTS 100, 200 certification material is there. There are some other materials specific to each process. Okay, like compliance, customs, and all. Whenever the process is completing, then I will definitely share with you people those materials. I will give it to Naveen. Naveen will distribute to all of you. Okay. Other than that one, if you need any specific one, then we can discuss on that one. So like if you are asking the interview questions or something, then definitely I will share. Okay.
Okay.
So some few question you can tell what are the question they ask in an interview, like overview kind of thing in last session.
Yeah, yeah. After completing the session only I can give that one. Okay.
Yeah. How many days or weeks we are covering all this training?
Monday to Friday. Okay.
Hmm.
Sometimes I may need to go my office early in the Friday. In that case, I will let you know in before only. Okay.
Okay. How
If
many
suppose tomorrow is Friday, for
days
example,
this
tomorrow is
training
for
is
two days
required?
and everything. Yeah.
Pardon?
No, I didn't get you.
No. How many days this training is we are going to conduct?
See, I am expecting max of 30 to 35 days or 40 days maximum. Depends upon you
40
people
days.
understanding. Okay. How
Okay.
quick you grasping them.
So is it a 1 hour session or a 1.5 hour?
Oh, I'm thinking max of 1 to 1.5 hour each day.
1 to 2. That will be complicated, right? Because everybody has to go to office.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm
So
sticking to
1 hour
one
per day
hour,
is okay.
1.5 hour maximum. I'm telling. See, I
I
cannot
think
close in between some discussion, right?
you can start initial 6:30 like that. Then if you want to cover 1 and 1.5 hours, 6:30 you can start.
Yeah, definitely we can start. If you people okay, I am ready to start 6:30 also. I'm
Do we
ready to.
get this recording sessions for the lateral
Yes,
references, anything to go through this
yes, obviously,
Everything will
video?
be in the LMS portal, Funny. Okay. Like materials, recordings, everything. Okay. Even you can chat with the trainer also in the LMS portal only. Okay.
So, and any specific like days only it will permit us,
No,
or
no, it
it's
will be
a
there for
lifetime
five
license?
years. Okay. The
Okay.
access is for 5 years.
And also, what kind of this E4H migration will cover in this one from
yes, yes.
GTS to E4H migration?
Migration, I'm not going to cover here. Migration, you have the SAP notes are there, and you have to follow that SAP notes. I can give you that SAP notes details and all. You can have to follow that. We can discuss in the end. Okay, now it is no use. Once we complete the training session, I will share with you that migration notes. Just remind me. Then you can understand what they are asking you to do. Okay, it's a called brownfield project, right? Implementation from the existing
Yeah,
GTS
we
system
have
to
like that.
GTS E4H. Yeah.
So they're planning for the migration.
Pardon?
So our project going to be migrate from the GTS stack to E4H actually.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, GTS earlier version like GTS 10.1 to E4H or 11 to GTS E4H. That migration, there is some notes are there that I can share with you.
So will that enough for knowledge purpose only, or
So you will be
can we get?
yeah. Where there they have clearly provided what and all activities you need to perform when you are migrating.
Like as a not only the implementing the nodes, so function as a functional consultant, do we need to involve any
Correct.
activities
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that?
Yes, yeah, it is there. Everything it is there.
So, Srini, one question here. What is the difference between TM and then GTS? Because transport
TM is
module may
yeah.
cover all this topic.
See, transportation module is fully taking care of logistics process. Okay, when you
Okay.
are exporting the goods, for example, okay, what generally you will do when you will pick pack the goods and you will call forwarding agent or logistic provider, hand over the goods, and you will ask him to deliver the certain location, right, destination country. So there are some process, right, where the freight is booked, freight booking, and then each stage where the freight is located, the your courier where it is located, situated, each leg wise you want to monitor, right? That covers in the transportation management. Okay. But GTS is entirely different, right? GTS functionality is totally related to the global trade, export and import processes.
But nowadays, the company using the global trade process or is going to use the TM only?
No, TM, many companies using the TM as a logistic functionality purpose. Okay, so my previous clients, they are using the TM. The landscape will be used to be like this: S4 to transportation management, and then GTS. So some documents will come directly from the S4 to GTS, but pro forma invoice used to come from the S4 to TM, TM to GTS. So what will happen? Pro forma transfers to TM, and their freight order will be created. Okay, and then that freight order will be transferred to GTS. In the GTS, export declaration will be created with reference to the freight order.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
So are you
Since how
going to
long you are
cover?
working in GTS, Srini?
One,
Since how long you are working in this GTS?
I am almost 13 years in GTS.
So, Srin, are you going to cover integration between GTS and EWM as well?
We don't have any EWM system, I think so here, but brief overview I can give as a theoretically. Okay, because I don't have the hands-on experience in EWM. I worked on 2 projects with the EWM. Even in my current project also we have the EWM. What will happen? EWM comes into picture when you create the outbound delivery. Okay, when you create the outbound delivery, it will transfer to EWM. From EWM to the data will be transferred to GTS. We can cover in the end, like not a big session, I can say. Few points I can tell what I know in that one.
So EWM means like you are going to cover the transfer orders which are flowing to GTS.
So EWM will not have the transfer orders.
Have a aware of task. So just totally, it's have S4HANA and also the decentralized EWM and embedded EWM and
Correct. Yeah.
decentralized one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from E4H configuration point of view and Fury tile, everything we are going to show. If you don't mind, can you show just how the system it is and how are you going to
Yeah, I will show
teach
you
us?
everything in from tomorrow session. Okay, the system, everything I will show you. What I'm going to talk, most of my training will be on the system based on. Okay, not on the theoretical. Okay, I will open the system. I will show you what is there in the system, and then you people can practice. That will be helpful for you, right? Instead of theoretical discussion.
So it does mean you are going to show in the Fury app, right? I heard that
Yeah.
E4H mostly is the, most of the cases are Fury app.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That is only my intention to show the theory. It will be easy for you to navigate, right? Once you start working in the project.
So in GTS 11, HANA, they have a Fury and GUI both. So how is it, I mean, how it in E4H? I mean, only the Fury or that both included?
Both in my current project we are using the GUI also. Okay, but not all the transactions are there. Very few are there. So we will see in the system whether we can get the area menu. I will ask the basis consultant to enable that one so that it will be easy for you to compare both this Fury tile and area menu, GTS area menu.
So when we get a practice system, we'll getting both access like on premises and Fury application.
Yes, both together. Naveen, we are giving Fury tiles along with this right system from tomorrow.
Yeah, it depends on participants. Some participants want server access, some participants don't want. Okay, it depends on them. Okay, if they purchase it, they'll will provide them. Okay, if they don't want, okay, we'll take only the training charges. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Naveen, this is required, right? How they practice then?
So it depends on them, right? Okay, not on me, right? Yeah.
Okay.
If participants want to take, we'll provide it. That's not a problem. Yeah.
Okay, so anybody has any other questions before we close the session for today? Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, we will start by 6:30. Okay, so that we can finish the session max of by 7:30 or before 8.
Let's have 1.5 hour sessions. Okay. The reason is okay. Because already the GTS E4H system is costly, right? We should be able to complete in 1.5 month. Okay. The training, let's have 1.5 hour per day. Okay, kind of.
Sure, Naveen. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So those who are interested, please coordinate with your coordinators. Okay, and get enrolled. Okay. Yeah. Any other queries for Srini?
No, you can call me, Naveen. I will speak on that.
Naveen, I would like to speak to you and the Srini also. So let me know how can we connect on this.
Yeah, sure, Pradeep. Is it Pradeep, right? Pradeep?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Naveen, when you are free, just call me, okay?
Sure, sir. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank
you.
So, Srini,
But
question
after
for you.
around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, Pradeep.
Naveen, but around Naveen, but after around 10:30, okay?
Sure, no problem. Yeah. Yeah,
So, Srini, a quick question for you. From an access standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fiori, in layman's terms, what would we require?
In Fury tiles accessing.
Yeah, Fiori or direct access to S4HANA.
Mm-hmm. You will be given user ID and password. Okay. How you will use the Fury Launchpad, everything I will let you know. How you can navigate each and everything.
Yeah, so Naveen, is that like a separate pricing, or how does that work?
That server we are taking for the training purpose, right? So you need to take that one separately. Correct me, Naveen?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No. Chetan is asking about the server access and all. We
No.
need to.
I'll communicate with you, Chetan. Don't worry. I'll clearly mail you or WhatsApp you. Okay. Yeah. Or Hasini will do. Okay. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Chetan. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
We can close the session, Naveen. I think
Yeah.
Pradeep
I
want to
guess
talk
no
about-
queries from them, right? We can. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Pradeep want to talk. How can we connect with Pradeep?
Yeah. I'll conference you, Srini. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Srini, was this supposed to start at 8 or 8:30? Sorry, 6 or 6:30 your time.
It's 6:30 IST I planned as per yesterday's discussion, but I surprised no one has joined.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's confirm today.
Yeah, we will confirm today and we will continue as it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let me start the session. Good morning, all. As per the discussion yesterday, we are going to start the session with the system connectivity part. Okay. So before I start, anyone has any specific points to discuss or anything?
You are not giving some theoretical information, theoretical knowledge, then go to practical like that.
About the system connectivity part and all?
Yeah, not system connectivity. When you're going with covering any topic, okay, like embargo, so just give the theoretical information about theoretical, and then go to the system.
Yes, see, I think you joined the yesterday's session.
Yeah, I was there in yesterday.
Yeah, so as I told, I'm not jumping directly into the GTS. So first, initially, I'm talking about the system connectivity, how SAP system is connected. SAP S4 system is connected with the GTS system. Okay, yeah, I can understand it's not our activity; it's a basis activity, but it is better to know how it is connected. Okay, then what are the relevant settings? Settings required to transfer the data between the systems. Okay, all these things I am going to discuss in the initial session. Okay, is it fine? So once we complete this one, then I will go step by step each one. Okay, let me share my screen. You all are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah. So in the system connectivity, we can see RFC setup, GTS plugin, and data we will transfer from the feeder system, that is S4 system to GTS system. Okay. So this activity, system connectivity activity done by basis people. Okay. So first what they will do, they will define the logical system in both systems. Okay, so they will define the logical system in S4 system, and they will define the logical systems in GTS also. And then they will enable the RFC setup. So before enabling the RFC setup, there is a plugin called GTS plugin that they need to install in S4 system. Okay, they will install that GTS plugin in S4 system. Then they will enable the RFC setup, and then they will check the system connectivity and all. That part we can see in the system. Okay, this is yeah. So this is the transaction code. You can see here in the favorite bar /SAP SLL /menu_legal R3 S4 system. Okay, so you should remember whenever you are using this transaction in GTS, every program, every table, every transaction code will start with /SAP SLL / that is the first one. Okay, so for example, if I want to open the this transaction, I have to use /n, then /SAP SLL / this is compulsory prefix. You can assume like a prefix for any table, any transaction code or program. Okay, so now I am giving menu_legal R3. Okay, so legal R3 this is S4 system, that's why it is given legal R3. Now when I enter, it looks like this. Okay, so before going inside, then I want to show you the plugin in the status bar. So this here we can see that everything, the starting is SAP SLL. That means this is enabled with the GTS. Okay, hope you are able to see this program in the repository data, right?
This is which version? This is which version of GTS? It looks like very old.
No, this is the E4H version. GTS core edition for HANA 2.0. This is okay.
2.0.
Yeah.
But is it ECC? It look like ECC.
Yeah, this is the S4 system, not ECC.
But a very old system look like GTC HANA. This is a patch, right?
I didn't get you, Kishore. What you are asking?
This is a patch of GTS, not a GTS server. The transaction you are
This is
saying
not
very
the
old.
No. See, I am in the S4 system, S4 HANA, and there I am showing you GTS plugin details here.
But this is a 2.0 plugin, right?
GTS 2.0, the edition for HANA 2.0, not the GTS older version.
This is not a recent version, right? 11 or
GTS 11 is the older version. GTS edition for HANA is the latest version.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in the basic settings tab, okay, once you have the GTS plugin only, you can see these tabs: initial transfer of documents, initial transfer of master data, and basic settings. Okay, in the basic settings, system connection to GTS. This is the way the basis people enable the RFC connection between GTS and S4HANA system. Okay, the transaction is SM59. Okay, for this one. So here we have different connectivities, because a GTS system can be connected with SAP and non-SAP systems also. So SAP systems, we always use ABAP connection. So here we can see the GTS system S20. This is the S20 system client. Okay. If it is connected or not, how the system connectivity you can test, just double click on this one. Just go to the connection test. Okay. So you can see the data can be transferred this much of 0 KB, 2 millisecond, microsecond, 10 KB, 20 KB like this. This is the system connectivity test done by basis people. Okay, we don't need to worry if there is some issue happen, data is not transferring. Just we can come and see whether this system connectivity is in right or not, or there is any RFC problem. Okay, sometimes due to network issue, a fraction of seconds, system get disconnected also, data will not be transferred. That time you can come to directly SN59 or using this transaction code also, you can come and check the connectivity. Okay. This is the logical system name. S20 500, S20 CLNT 100. They have created 2 clients in GTS system. Okay, that's why, and here also, this is for S4HANA client logical system they have created. Okay. Then maintain RFC destination for method calls. What is this? So this is used to transfer the data synchronously between the systems from S4 to GTS. Okay. So this is the P23. This is S4HANA system, and here you have the GTS system. Okay. So we have 2 types of calls will be done. One is BAPI call, and the other one is dialog call. Okay. So the transactions data will be transferred between the system using this functionality, method call functionality. Okay. Sometimes as a functional consultant you need to do, but most of the times basis will do this one. Okay. So you should be aware this functionality, whether it is a system is your GTS system client is looking there and it is maintained the BAPI or not, or you can take the help of either a BAPR or basis, you can do this one. Okay. But most of my clients I used to do, but in my current project, they have restricted the access, only the basis is doing these things. Then the third one is maintain ALE distribution model. Okay. Here we will synchronously how the data transferred to GTS system. This is for the master data. Okay. So these are the messages we enable to transfer the data. So CREMAS is for the suppliers, and DEMAS is for the customers, and products for MATMAS is for the products. So this is where we will activate the master data transfer synchronously from S4 to GTS transfer. Anybody has any clarifications here? Okay.
So method calls primarily for transactional and ALE distribution for master data.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So you can see here this one. So here we can specify synchronously how the documents and the master data, how it will go. Then what are the message types? I will show you this message where it will come and all. This is a change pointer message. Okay. So here you can see ALE change pointer. The ALE concept will come in where the IDOCs, you might heard about the IDOCs, right? You might have seen in your projects and all, ALE IDOCs and all. Right? But the concept is almost same, but IDOC will not trigger here. Okay, to transfer the data. So what SAP has come up with this functionality, change pointer functionality using the ALE. So whenever you create a master data or you make any changes to the master data, like what is the master data? Customers, vendors, materials, BOM, bank master data, and pricing of the material, procurement indicators of the material. These all are the master data in S4 system. When you create a new master data, any of these one, okay, it should be updated in the GTS. Okay, then if you make any changes to the existing master data, for example, customer address has changed or product attributes you have changed something, okay, like weight or something like that you have changed, those data should be updated in the GTS system automatically. Okay, further they have come up with the concept called change pointers. So for the first functionality, activate change pointers globally. Okay, when you click, you need to just click the this button. Okay, change pointers activate, just like this, and save. This okay, I will say. So now change pointers are activated global level. Okay,
now activate change pointer for message types. So what is this message type? These message types are relevant to master data. We will see what all are those. So here you can see there are 184 message types are there. All are not relevant to GTS. Okay, the GTS relevant messages starts with /SAP SLL. Okay, so here you can see /SAP SL ADR MAS underscore SLL. This is the message type. ADR MAS is address master. Okay, so that one, and the next one is BNK MAS underscore SLL, which is bank master data. And third one is /SAP SLL bomb underscore SLL, which is bomb related. Okay. Then the /SAP SLL, I don't know this one, broker production. I think I have never used this one. This is for the CP master contact person. This is for the CREMAS vendor master data. This is for the DebMAS. Okay. And this is also for a HCM model. I think they will use, but we never use this one, any of the my clients. So I'm not familiar with that one. This is for the material master. This is for the PRC MAT is price of the material, price material master, and PSD MAT is the procurement indicator. These are the messages we require to activate. That means you need to choose this activation button. It will be like this blank. You just activate and save. Okay. So when you select these messages, what are the messages you are selecting and save, then if there is any master data new created or changes happen to the existing master data, that changes will be updated in the table called BDCP2. Okay, this BDCP2 table will store the changes of that one, that creation of the master data or changes to the master data. It will store. Then what we used to do, we used to schedule a batch job with a frequency. Okay, depends upon the client. So if some clients like Procter & Gamble, I have seen Microsoft, these clients used to create, because there is a global company, there is across the globe, the users keep on creating the new users, new master data, right? So we used to schedule a batch job to run every 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So the job will run and pick the data from the BDCP2 table and update in the GTS system. Okay, so that is the functionality of these change pointers. Anyone has any clarifications here?
Yes, yes, Srini. Actually, whenever we do any changes to the master data, anything, so will it not through RFC? It will not update straightforward immediately.
No, it will not update like that. RFC connection is connecting the between the system, right? But the transfer of the data has to be done through change pointer only. So the change pointer also will not transfer directly. It will store the values in the BDCP2 table, and from the table you are transferring. The same program, the IDOC program we have, right? RBDMADOC. The same program we will use, and we will give this message type there or program, and then it will be transferred with the frequency what we schedule for that batch.
So transactions, then that is different, right? That it will whatever we do changes, it will flows to GTS immediately.
You mean to say sales order, purchase
Sales
order,
order,
those?
right.
Yeah, that I did not come to. Next time I'm coming to that one only. This is about the master data. So master data, whatever the new created and whatever the changes you made to existing one. Okay. For example, now we are implementing the GTS. Okay. But earlier in the S4, you have already customers, vendors, your contact person, materials, BOM, or data is there. But that will not be transferred. You have to transfer them manually. Okay. But once you activate the change pointers, after activating, what all are the newly you created? Okay, those will be transferred to BDCP table, and from there to job it will be transferred. But the existing one you have to push manually. But if you make any changes in the existing one, that will be captured. Okay, for example, you created a new vendor. Okay, that captured because this change pointer is activated. But already existing vendor, it cannot consider because it is already created before activating this change pointer. Okay. So now the next one is activate change pointer for reduced messages. What is this one means? So this is here in this one we have activated the change pointer for the message types required for us, master data message types. Okay, like deb mass for customer, cremas, mat mass, bank mass, bomb meta, all these things. So when you create the new one, the data required, whatever the data to be transferred, for example, vendor general information, not all the master data will be transferred to GTS. It is not required, like purchase info record, purchase details, all those things will be there, right? Those all will not be transferred. Only name and address will be transferred from the vendor master data from S4 to GTS system. So when it comes to reduced message, activate change pointer for reduced messages means what you are doing, you are activating reduced message. That means in the master data, for example, a vendor address has changed. Okay, for example, he is in Texas, US, and he moved from Texas to New York, for example. So the change is happening in the address level, right? So that address you are updating in your vendor master. Whatever the change is, that address level changes happen, that should be updated in the GTS system. So you will activate that particular message /SAP SLL /cremas _ SLL activate change pointer. Okay. Here, if you see only LFA1, okay, in the vendor table, if you see the LFA1 table data only it is taking, okay, general data. So when I click on this one, remaining whatever if you want to add, you can activate them from here. Okay, so those fields only will be transferred to GTS. So in the address mask generally in vendor master data, the changes may happen in the address master. So far I have seen. So that will be that only that address part, whatever it is changed, door number change, for example, only door number will be updated in the vendor master data in GTS system. Okay. The same way for DebMAS also.
So you just can you change the transaction there P23 underscore at the top? Just make it the transaction there. Yeah.
Okay. It's a BD53 transaction.
Yeah.
Now activate the change pointers. So here also basic data, KNA1 data only, it will be transferred to GTS system. Okay. So what all are fields you want to transfer, you can just activate that one. So remaining data, KNB1, KNBV, we will not transfer to GTS system. For example, if I want to activate this, I can select this one. Okay. Then it is activated. Like the same way, select this. That's it. Save. This is workbench. You are clear, right? Same we will do for the Mac mass also.
So you mean to say only for specific fields we can select to be updated into GTS, right?
No, not the specific fields. We are transferring the data only basic information which is required to GTS. Okay. In the first point, activate change pointers, enter the data like KNA customer KNA1, what are the information will come, customer name and address, right? This will be transferred. But here in the reduce, what are the changes taken place in the master data? So in customer master, what the changes you will make? It is very rare case you will make the changes where you got information that they changed their address, right? Either it's a door number or city, whatever they have changed, you will update those changes. For example, in the India, Bangalore, okay, Bangalore, Indiranagar, for example, you move from Indiranagar to Koramangala. So you are updating that Koramangala address in your customer master, right? That Koramangala address will be updated, captured in these reduced messages, because it is not required to transfer again entire master data, right? Name, everything. So it will transfer the what are the fields updated in the KNA1 table level. Those will be captured and transferred to GTS system. Okay.
So this is again, it will be by batch job, it will flows to GTS or
Yes. Batch job one. Because there is no need to separately, you need to schedule the job. Whatever the changes taken, that will be again updated in the BDCPQ table. And we already activate the batch job for that message type, right? Metal master, customer master, and all. So those batch job will pick these details from the BDCPQ table and update it in the GTS system.
So whenever we create any new master data, so we send we push it by manually, right? That is, am I right? My understanding at the beginning when we create.
Yeah, initially you can push manually. For example, before you implement the GTS, you already have the data in your system, right? S4HANA. Okay, your customers, vendors, materials, everything, right? That will not be captured in the change pointers. So you need to push them manually. Okay, during that cutover time, we used to push all those master data to GTS system. But whatever once you activated the change pointers, what are the master data you created? Okay, those all are captured in the through change pointers and stored in the BDCP2 table. That will be pushed through batch job. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone has any other clarifications here? You all are clear here? What is the system connectivity? What is the ALE change pointers? Anyone tell me what is the message type or program or table or transaction code starts for the GTS?
You can see in the top menu, right? Menu legal.
SAP/FLL.
Yes, that is you should hard code in your mind. Okay.
Legal R3.
Yeah. So now, so far we have seen how the master data will be transferred from the GTS system. These are the settings. Change pointers are used to transfer the data. So for that we have prerequisites is RFC destination is will be in place, and then method calls and distribution model should be in place. Okay, we have already seen, right, method calls what we have created for this. Sorry, yeah, this is only this method BAPI. In the method calls BAPI and dialog mode should be activated, and then ALE distribution model should be maintained for the GTS system from here. Okay, then we will go into now master data. We saw how it can be transferred. Now transaction data. So we have transaction data like sales orders, purchase orders, outbound delivery, inbound delivery, right? These documents have to be transferred. Okay, let me go to. So here in the SPRO, go in the last. In the last, you have integration with other SAP components. Just clicking on this one. Okay. Here you have integration with governance, risk and compliance. Just drop down this one. Here you can see SAP Global Trade Services. Okay. So this is entirely for the SAP Global Trade Services. Now go to the drop down the control data for transferring to SAP Global Trade Services. What is this? We can see here. Now under this control data, we have technical activation of document transfer. Okay, you can see here different almost 6 transactions are there. Activate, transfer of purchasing documents. So what SAP did, they have segregated each document type. Okay, purchase orders with the MM0A. It is called application level. So they have named it as MM0A. This is not O, this is 0A. MM0A for the purchase order document types. MM0B for the inbound invoice, and material document, which are goods receipt, right? This one MM0C. In the purchasing side, MM0A for purchase orders, MM0B for the inbound delivery, material document, MM0C. Same way for the sales document, all the sales orders and all, SD0. And outbound deliveries, SD0B, and billing documents, SD0C. So now to transfer these documents, you need to activate these baddies. Okay, this either we can do as a functional consultant if you have the role, or our developer will do. Okay, now if I click on this one, it will say this is already activated. So that is why it is showing, do you want to deactivate the baddie implementation? So when you activate, initially it will say, do you want to activate the baddie? You can say yes. Okay, now this is the slash SAP SLL slash PA underscore MM0A underscore transfer is the baddie. When you activate this baddie, you are able to transfer your transaction data from your S4 system to GTS system. Okay. Hello. Some noise I'm hearing. Okay. The same way, activate inbound transfer of inbound deliveries. This is also already activated, so we no need to do anything. Okay. MM0C, this is also done. So purchase side, all 3 application level baddies are activated. Now we will see in the sales level. Yes, it is also done. This baddie is slash SAP SLL slash PA underscore SD0A underscore transfer. This is the baddie, which is already activated. Now we'll see for the outbound delivery. This is SD0B. And now you can see activate transfer of a billing document. This is slash SAP SLL slash PI underscore SD0C underscore transfer. This is the baddie for the billing document transfer to GTS. Okay. So once you, this is one time activity. Once you activate this one, then the below settings as a functional consultant, we need to specify. Okay. Configure control settings for document transfer. Let us see what it is. Okay. So here you can see all the 6 application levels, right? MM0A, MM0B, MM0C, SD0A, SD0B, SD0C. So now in the left side dialog structure, so you can select this application level MM0A and you can maintain the document types here. So what is the purpose of this one? So we will be using different types of document types, right? Like in the purchase process, like a stock transfer order, normal purchase process, or any service purchase orders, different document types we will use. But we may not require every document to be transferred to GTS, right? So you can restrict that one using this functionality. So select this application, click on the document types. Okay. So here you can see the document type NB. Okay. So why it has come F, you know, right? Hope you know. There is a purchase equation and purchase order, but the document type is same NB. If it is BNB, it is a purchase acquisition. Okay. If it is a FNB, it is a purchase order. Standard PO. Okay. So we will select this one. Okay. Now you can see the control settings here for this document. So the PO, you are transferring the PO. You are telling the system that the document created, the purchase order created with the document type NB should be transferred to GTS. Okay, good. Then document type, you are activating this one. Okay. Now, in addition for HANA, there is an option. You can select this document type at company code level. You can specify this NB from which company. If you have different company codes in the system, then from what company code the document type should go to the GTS system. Like for example, I can say new entries, go to, you can take 1000 for example. Okay, and from this document type from company code 1000 should go to GTS. And in the GTS, we have discussed yesterday, right? We have 3 sub-solutions: compliance management, customs management, risk management. So what all are solutions you want to be processed this document under this company code, you can activate this. If you want to activate company code level. Okay. For example, for other company code, 0001, you don't want to, you don't need to specify that company code here. Okay. So like initially you can specify document type level, and in the document type below you can see the functionalities of the GTS transfer documents for compliance management. So in the compliance management, we saw sub solutions in the compliance management, right? When the document transfer for compliance management means this PO will be screened for embargo screening, SPL screening, and legal control purpose, which is license process. That's what you're, when you activate this one here, you are telling the system this PO should be transferred to GTS for compliance management functionality purpose. Okay, then only it will be transferred and the compliance screening process will be completed. Then transfer document for customs management. So if you are transferring this purchase order, when you activate this functionality, you are telling the system this also will be transferred for the customs purpose. So with reference to purchase order, you are creating import declaration. Okay, there are cases where many clients I have seen where you use the PO as a advanced shipping notification, ASN it is called, as a ASN to create a import declaration in GTS system. That is the purpose we will use this one. If you are using that one, you can activate that. Then transfer document for risk management. So in the risk management, now we have only one solution, which is for the preference management. You will understand what is the preference and all. So for that purpose, we will send this PO. Okay, when you activate, it will be transferred for preference purpose also. So when you activate all 3 solutions, that means the document is going for processing in all the sub-solutions of the GTS: compliance management, customs management, and risk management. Okay. Then below you have control setting for system reaction. So what is this means? For example, this will be like this. Okay, and there will be no A and all. Yes. So whenever there is a system downtime, a breakdown happen between the S4HANA and GTS system, that may be fraction of RFC disconnectivity or whatever the reason, system connectivity is not, then how the system will react. So you have to must and should activate this one. Okay, you need to get a pop-up output dialog in SAP Global Trade Services and system response in feeder system if SAP GTS fails. So that means if SAP GTS connectivity fail, then what it should happen? So you have option follow on process allowed. If I leave this place blank, then purchase order can be continued to create the inbound delivery or goods receipt. Okay, if I select the A, process not allowed. Okay, that means until the GTS compliance screening are completed, it will not allow to create the inbound delivery or goods receipt for that purchase order. Okay, so generally we used to use this one only. Okay, anyone has any clarifications here? Okay, then under the detail control, you have the subsequent functionality control. Okay, prevent output for blocked purchase document. When you activate this one, what will happen? Once you create the purchase order, you will generate a output for that purchase order, and you will transfer send it to your vendor supplier, right? So that if the purchase order is blocked in GTS, whatever the reason it has blocked due to embargo screening, or it has blocked due to license, or it is blocked to SPL, whatever the reason it is blocked in GTS, then output should not be triggered in S4 system. Okay, that is the functionality. This one. So this functionality is a new feature enabled by SAP in the latest version. Earlier version we don't have. We used to implement. There is a SAP note is there, so we used to implement that one. After so many clients request, the SAP has added this feature here. Okay, and also what it will do, it will not allow you to create the subsequent documents like inbound delivery or goods receipt until the block is removed in GTS system. Okay, if the purchase order is under the blocked condition in GTS, you cannot create the goods receipt or inbound delivery for that one. Okay, then the last one is preference processing. Generate work list of vendor based long-term vendor declaration. This is when you create a purchase order for a supplier. In the preference management, we used to get some declaration from the that supplier. Okay, so that we need the authentication. Okay, for that there is an entry should be triggered with reference to this purchase order document. If you activate this functionality, generate work list, there is a report in GTS system. So if you activate this one, so from this document type NB, using NB, if you create any purchase order, then automatically one entry will trigger with that supplier and product combination in that preference work list. Okay, we will see in the preference sessions that one. Okay, so for this is the control settings for the purchase order. Anyone has any clarifications here?
Really, one question. Under subsequent functions, so prevent output means like it's a subsequent it's output type, or it's a meaning of subsequent document creation.
Both output printing of the output of the PO, and also subsequent functions like inbound delivery, goods receipt. Also you are blocking. You cannot process. When you try to do the MIGO, it will say block PO is under block in GTS system.
Okay, and whatever the output configured for the PO, that is also
it will not be processed.
Processed.
It will not be processed. Yeah. Once
Okay.
the PO is released in GTS system, then you can print the output.
So it will be under not processed status, right? The output will be determined, but it will not be processed.
Process. Yes, you're right.
Okay, under the control settings of the the document type and company code. So that is, so company code, if you mention that is only particular company code only will move to the GTS, or
yes. Yeah.
If you mention star links, all will be go, right? All company codes will be.
No, I did not see that one. Suppose if I maintain, it is asking the company code, it's not taking that one. Okay, if you want all the company codes, you no need to use this functionality. You can directly mention here only.
This is functionality to transfer only company related data, not for entire.
Yeah.
If you want to entire one, no, don't put any company code here.
Correct. Yeah, you can just use only the first option, document types.
That means it will work for all company codes, irrespective of any.
Yeah. If you want to do some setting for company specific, that time you have to do setting here.
Yeah.
What is the use for company only particular company code?
Suppose you are 10 company, right? So you want to do update only for one company code, it is activation. That time you can use.
Oh, instead of pulling all.
Yeah.
Go for one only, restricted. Okay.
Yeah. I can give an example of one of my client in APAC. They are into electronics. Okay, they have their company codes in companies in Hong Kong, China, Taiwan, India, Singapore, and all. Okay, so they want the transactional documents of the PO, for example, PO. Transferred from company codes to Taiwan, Hong Kong, India, and Singapore, not from the China. we have restricted there. We mentioned those three codes here, and we have activated the compliance management and customs management for those. Okay. Other company codes, like from China company code, whatever the PO, same document type. Okay, they use the same NB, but that will not be transferred to GTS.
Understood. Yeah, I got it now. Yeah.
Okay. So now here we will try to create one more document. Okay, for example, when you are create a newly, right? I just want to show you how you can create. So the application automatically will come because we are in the MM0. Now you can select the document. It will display like this. Okay. So you need to go to the, if you want to purchase requisition also, you want to transfer. Generally, I never seen purchase requisition anywhere transferring. In case, okay, if you want to transfer, you can select the BZNB. If I click on this one, it will come the purchase equation. Okay, now I am not going to do that one. I will go for the something else we can say.
So purchase equations also kind of covers under MM0A only.
Yeah, MM0A, because these all are order types, right?
Yeah.
Not the delivery. Yeah. So for example, I can say in intercompany stock transfer. Okay, NBIC. Okay. And then transfer document for compliance management and customs management. If I don't want this one intercompany, I don't want preference. So I am not activating this one. Then activate this and select the option of A, prevent output for blocked purchase document. I am not activating this preference also because I am not sending it for risk management. Save. Okay, like this you have to specify the document which you want, document types which you want to transfer to GTS system. Okay, so you in the while you are taking the requirement gathering time, you need to check with your client business team what all are the document type they are using, what all are they want to transfer to GTS system. Okay. There are some
prevent output be done at the vendor level also?
Can you repeat once again?
The prevent output, can that be done at the vendor level?
No, it is not at master data level, only document, because you are generating the output for the document only, right?
Can you application level? Can you drop down list? Can you open that, please? Receipt, import, purchase document, and what else the other options application level?
Yeah, we have all MM0A, this is MM0B, this is MM0C, this is for SD0A, this is for SD0B, this is for the SD0C. This is PP related. PP related now we are able to transfer because there is a functionality called identity based preference process, IBPP. Their production orders will come into picture. Production orders are process orders. That's why you can activate that part.
Okay. So Srini, what are the activation you do for SD related?
Yeah, I am going to show you.
Yeah, I can see MM0. You can see IC intercompany transfer. You need to activate here only.
Yes, just one by one I am showing.
MM0A.
This is for the inbound delivery. Okay, EL is the standard.
No. If you go to MM0A, we can see there intercompany transfer also you need to activate here only under MM0A.
Okay. Where?
Now go to drop down settings. Not here, not initial screen, right? New entries like that. New entry.
1 minute.
Click there.
Yeah, you can. You want to add one more application level, you can add here, but generally it is sufficient whatever the application level they have given, right?
No. You can see that, right? There was your drop down. You're showing that screen where you're acting IC company, then purchase requisition. Yeah, here.
Here you are telling.
Double click there. Yeah. Here. Select one.
Okay.
Select that.
Which one you want?
Select that. Yeah. You can see here IC, right? Intercompany. Scroll down. NIB is there, no? NIB.
NIB.
Yeah.
NBIC I have
NBIC, yeah, NBIC was there, no? Select. This IC
Yeah.
sales, right?
Yeah, intercompany.
So here only for this we have to activate for under MM0A only this year. Not under SD.
No, this is you are using this one in the purchase, right? You will create intercompany
You can say
stock transfer.
IC sale.
IC sales you are talking about. This one?
Why have to activate here?
I think this is also purchase order only. Purchase one only, I think, not the sales side. This one.
No, IC sale. What about in STO?
Stock transfer order.
This is related to purchase, no?
Yeah, this is related to purchase.
And IC also purchase, related to purchase?
I think so. I'm not aware of this one. I have never used this. Okay. Shall we proceed further?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we will see in the MM0B. So here you might have seen few changes here. Can anyone notice what all are changes you have? This is the inbound delivery. Okay.
Preference management.
Pardon?
No preference. Risk management is not there. Option.
Yeah, correct.
Because there is no risk.
Yeah, inbound delivery you will not use for the risk management. That's why that functionality is not there. Okay. And below you have the control for the detailed control for customs management related. Okay. So when you activate this one, placement into customs status before goods receipt. Okay. So what is this placement into customs status means? When you import your goods, you can keep your goods in the customs warehouse without paying any duty. Okay, until you will release or take away from the customs warehouse for certain period of time, you can keep, you can store. Okay, customs warehouse like government warehouse, no, like the same way customs warehouse. That is where you will use before goods receipt. Before goods receipt, you are placing your goods in the customs warehouse. For when you activate in the customs regulation, you have the option to customs status. You can specify that. Okay, then. The second one, hold goods receipt if unloading permission is missing. Okay, I have never used because none of my client accepted this one because the goods unloading permission from the customs warehouse. If when you will get when you say that I have 1,000 quantity in the customs warehouse imported and you place them in the customs warehouse and you are telling that customs authorities I want to take 200 quantity today. So what they will ask, okay, you pay the customs duty for that one, 200 quantity, and you can take your. So when you make the customs duty payment for that quantity you are withdrawing from the customs warehouse, then you will be given permission to take only the 200 quantity. Okay, that is called unloading permission. So that unloading permission, if missing, then it will not allow you to create the goods receipt in S4HANA. Okay, so in the GTS system, you need to maintain that unloading permission in the import declaration document, and then you will. So this is a complicated process. That's where none of my clients asked me to deactivate this functionality. Okay, but you need going forward in your clientele, if they ask, this is the functionality where you can activate this one. Okay, then go to MM0C. This is movement types you can see here.
Can you go back there in inbound?
Delivery?
Inbound, yeah.
Yeah.
Why we need to activate this one, compliance management, custom management inbound?
This one? These two? Yeah. So when you create the inbound delivery, you want to screen the compliance screening like SPL, embargo, and license. For that purpose, you will activate the compliance. If you don't want customs, you no need to activate the customs. Whatever the functionality. Yeah.
But inbound delivery, you need to screen all this thing while creating inbound delivery. What is the standard?
Yeah, as per the best practices, it is always suggested to activate the compliance. Customs, you may require, or you don't activate, no problem.
So compliance management we have to activate for inbound, not custom
Yes,
management.
not customs is not required.
One question, Srini.
Because you check
So
both.
where the customs will be used? Yeah.
You have checked both. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. So where you will use this means there is cases where once you receive the goods receipt, then only you are generating the goods are received in your port. You created a purchase order and you did not create the import declaration with reference to the purchase order. Once you receive the goods, okay, you create the inbound delivery. With reference to inbound delivery, you are creating the import declaration. Then you will use this option.
Okay.
Okay. Hope you are clear, right?
1 second, Srini. Actually, so for suppose I have a case like this, I have created a purchase order. Okay, so it has complaints management was enabled.
Okay.
So it will screen for the embargo, SPL, and legal. Okay, I have cleared all that has been removed in the GTS, and it has allowed me to create the next subsequent document inbound delivery. So again, why are we already has been gone through all the screening levels? Why do we need to enable the screenings for the inbound delivery subsequent document? Why do we need to do that?
Yeah, good question. So it is not compulsory that you will create the inbound delivery in the same day, same time, right? There are cases where you will create the inbound delivery after some time, maybe next day or 1 week later and all. Okay, so that time the customer or the supplier may be in the block list. It happened to my client. Okay, one of the European client in Romania, they are a heavy equipment manufacturing company. Okay, they when they procure the material from the supplier will take at least 2 to 3 months time to supply that component for their mission. So what happened? This supplier's name added in the SPL list. Okay,
that could be happened. I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Like that. Same way happened for payments also. Bank also happened. That's the reason.
Within 1 day duration as well, we don't know what it happened. So
correct. Yeah, because every day you used to get the SPL data files from the data provider. Okay, I will explain you in detail there. So in that data, this is the case that happened in 2016. Okay, when we created the purchase order, the client, there is no block. Okay, after 3 months, I think they are creating the inbound delivery. The document went into block. We were surprised. We verified thoroughly everything, pin to pin address, everything is there in the SPL list. Then they cancel the transaction.
So better we enable in the beginning only.
Yeah. Yes. It is taking fraction of seconds, right? It will not take much time also. So there is no harm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you cannot
Now,
activate in between, right? If once you done the some set, you forgot some setting to do some setting here. So you cannot activate after that. You can do anytime.
You can anytime you can activate. That is, see, now I did not, for example, I will remove this one, customs management. Let's say, okay. After 1 month or after 1 year later, if I want to activate, I can come back here and I just activate this one. Save it. That's it.
Okay.
Anytime you can make the changes. That's not a problem. It is in your hands.
Okay. So the activation will happen from the date you activate the setting.
Correct. Yes.
Not for the previous document.
No. See, this is the inbound delivery I am activating today for the customs management. So previously, whatever the inbound delivery is created, those all are not considered to transfer customs management purpose. Okay. Or it is already activated. I removed from today onwards. Now onwards, the inbound deliveries will not be transferred to customs management purpose. It will be transferred only for the compliance purpose. Okay.
If we enable customs management, so it will be what it happens like import declaration only we can see that is the only one feature.
Correct. Yeah, there is the entry will be triggered in the report, and using this document you can generate the import declaration.
If we don't enable, it will not trigger any import declaration or export declaration either for both. I mean to say.
No, inbound delivery a purchase order you will use for only for the import declaration, not for the export declaration. For export declaration, you require pro forma invoice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the issues for error messages that enable? What is that issue error message where you are pointing out now?
Where
Issue
here
error message.
in the one in inbound delivery.
I mean, there is a checkbox for the issue error message, right?
This one, no?
And after short description at the end.
Okay, here. This one you are talking about?
No, back please. At the application level only.
Okay. Where is the error message?
Application level. MM0A, MM0B, open the
Here
list,
you are
right?
telling about this one. So if there is any document blocked, right, then you will get the error message. But we are already having this control setting here, right? Document type level. We are already activated. Follow on process not allowed. So the subsequent document you are
blocking,
restricting, right? Creation of the
right.
subsequent. That is enough for you.
So if you enable that, that is not required.
Not required. We never use this and all.
So Srini, I can see this for the only the purchase and sale. We have to activate this setting, right? Other model we cannot see here.
Which one? This issue error message?
Yeah. All setting is for purchase and sale only.
SD0A, SD0B, SD0C.
Those are also will be. I will cover. Okay.
I'm seeing that only we have to activate for the purchase and sales only, right? This one, like for finance, production planning, there is no activation I can see.
Finance, you don't need to mention any document type here. There is a in finance level we have setting, just one setting. If you activate the payments when you create customer payment, vendor payment, that will be transferred to GTS. Okay, that during the time of SPS thing I will cover. Okay. But production order planning one, you need to maintain that application level here. For example, you have to go to the new entry, select that production orders and the process orders here.
But if I were to activate for the production,
see this is
thing here.
Yeah, see, if we are going to use for identity based preference purpose, then only this will come into picture. In the preference management, identity based preference for process one functionality is there. It's a new feature where the production orders or process orders will come into picture. Then you will use this functionality. So, for example, if I activate this one, okay, now you go inside and specify what the document type you want. Okay, same. Production orders, you can select the document type. I think there is no document types also mentioned. It is not there. Okay. So you see the MM0C. So here you have all the movement types only because this is goods receipt, right? So goods receipt is not a document. It is a movement type. So the movement type, what are movement types you want to activate for the GTS check, then you can use this one. So for example, 101B, okay. So here there is no compliance check. If you notice here, only customs and risk management is there. Okay, already purchase order level, inbound level, you did the screening, compliance screening. But the goods receipt, you are not required to do the compliance check. So you will use this document, this goods receipt for customs and risk management purpose. Okay, so here it is activated for the risk management, which is for preference purpose. That's when here generate work list of vendor based long term declaration. So when you activate for the risk management, you can activate this one. Okay, and if you are using IVPP, identity based preference process, then you will use the activate this one. Otherwise, not required. Okay, and the customs management, if you activate here customs, then you can have the multiple options here. Okay, manual process of customs warehouse. So you goods receipt, when you are receiving the goods, you are placing them in the customs warehouse. Then you will activate this one, manual process. This one. Okay, and below this PUCC, IPUC, I have never used, so I am not aware of this one. And relevance work in process means subcontracting or say any repair purpose. If you are using, then you will activate this functionality. From production, you are receiving the goods receipt from other plant, or your movements you are changing, right? Depends upon the movement type, you will use this one, goods receipt from production plant. Okay. So generally, most of the times we use the this one only, 101B standard goods movement. This one, okay. Then coming into the sales side, hope everyone clear in the purchase application level whatever we discussed so far, right?
Yeah.
MM0B, MM0C. Yeah, it's already 8 o'clock. Is it okay? Shall I continue or to finish this one? It will be good, and just give me 10-15 minutes time. If it is getting late to your office, I will stop here. Otherwise, we will continue. If you are,
Yeah, we can start tomorrow. I think somebody agree.
okay, okay then. Yeah. Okay, I will stop the session here. We will continue from here tomorrow.
Once again, Srini, can you go to MM0C, please? Receipt material document.
Yeah.
And so usually in in real time, what options we enable for the MM0C?
Only this one.
Here it's okay. Document type means it's a movement type. Document type
Yes.
we consider as a movement type. So after this,
only this one, first one only I have used so far in my 13 years of GTS experience. None of other this we used.
okay, but if you go other controls inside.
Yeah, the same controls will be the same. The movement type is different. See, this 302 movement you will use from transferring the goods from plant to plant. Okay.
But here SAP customs management so we usually which one we preferably use under
See, the
SAP
other than the first one, 101, you will use this one when you are transferring the plant of yours under the same company code. Okay, intra-company transfer will be there, no? So there you will use this option, because that, for example, one plant is Singapore, one plant is in India. Okay, from Singapore plant you are importing the goods, then you need to give the import declaration to customs, right? Even though it is within the company from one plant to another plant, but the geographical location is different.
No, under the control settings, like here, detail control, SAP customs management. So we don't enable any of one of these options.
If you are going to use this one, you have to enable this one.
Under detail control, preference processing.
See, if you are activating the preference, okay, then you will use this one. But why we will not activate this between the plant to plant, within your plant only, right? This risk management will come into picture when you are procuring the material from the external vendor, not within the company. Okay, then I no need to activate this one. So what the preference in the risk management will use, it will be used to get the exemption from the customs duty. Okay, when you are, there is some agreements are there between the countries, so we can talk that one in detail during the time of preference. Then you will understand. So when you are using the movement type 302, where it is from the goods are procured from another plant, then you no need to use that risk management, right? You are not procuring the goods from external vendor. It is within your plant under the same company code, right?
Category of goods movement, just drop down that list, please.
Here.
Yeah.
So the category of goods movement is what type of movement, whether it is subcontracting or transferring from other plant or returns, whatever that goods movement you are specifying here.
Do we use all these options under SAP customs management, manual process, customs warehouse, transfer of process traffic?
Depends upon the functionality you are using that one, right? If it is a written order, for example, Okay, if I selected the return order, so this is written from where, but this movement will not support for the return, right? The return from where? From the supplier. You are supplier giving to the supplier back if there is some damage, the goods you receive, right? Then you give the declaration with the 0 value because you are sending back them, but this is not the movement type for that one.
Yeah.
So depends upon the movement type, you will use the select the category of the goods movement. Sometimes we will send for some job purpose, subcontracting, where you will send to external some contracting company where they will finish the product some extent and they will send back to you. Right? Then you will assemble that one as a finished good in the BOM. Right? Then according to that movement, you will select the this category of the goods movement. Okay. Are you clear?
Thank you.
Still, you have any clarification?
Like manual process customs warehouse. So those options, which one we preferably select? That is what. Just go to 101B, please. Standard
Okay.
one.
Okay.
In,
Yeah.
in real scenarios, I mean to say. So which one we select? Just I would like to know. That's it.
See, in real time scenario, when the goods receipt will come into picture means if you are not using the purchase order for creating the import declaration, you want there are cases where purchase order may be cancelled. So import declaration will be get cancelled. Then it will be difficult for you to communicate with the customs why it is get cancelled. Right. So what is the authentication? When you receive the goods into your port, you are creating the inbound delivery. Okay. Then with reference to that inbound delivery, you are creating the goods receipt. So inbound delivery is used to generate the goods receipt is used to create the import declaration.
Okay. So goods is it like a okay.
Then
Yeah.
you will activate this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And this risk management purpose also, if the purchase order is not activated, for example, in the NB, I have activated, just one moment. For example, NB, if I take NB here, I have activated for risk management purpose. So PO, when I create the PO, there is an entry will trigger in the preference work list. Okay, to request the declaration from that supplier. So if I did not activate this one, okay, for example, for a moment, whatever the goods receipt I am creating for that document type 101B, then I need to activate the risk management one. Okay, one of my clients, they changed for like this only. They stopped entry from the PO for the preference purpose. They used only goods receipt. So there I have activated only this risk management here, and then generate work list for this one I activated. Okay, both you no need to activate. Either of the one you can use, either at the PO level or goods receipt level. It is for both, not only for the risk management, customs management also. Hope you are clear now, right?
Yeah. So anyhow, so if I get tomorrow, we can discuss. Already we are holding all the
Sure,
stuff.
sure.
Yeah.
No problem. You can verify. Just I can give first 10-15 minutes. We will get clarify whatever we discussed so far. Then I will continue the further. Okay.
So tomorrow, what time we are starting?
Yeah, that's why I want to confirm with you people what time we will connect, because it is not good to start late, right? We discussed yesterday for 6:30. So shall we start tomorrow 6:30?
Yeah. So Naveen, everything resolved now. We can start 6:30.
Okay. And Naveen, can you send a message to everyone that to meeting invite with 6:30 from tomorrow?
think he's not in our.
Not there.
Okay, I will inform him.
Yeah, because some.
Yeah, it will
Srini,
be
what I can
the
request actually, to be honest, what I felt. So you are explaining all the controls for the settings, right? So each one we do, in eventually going forward in our GTS level as well, there are multiple control settings for each document type level, synchronization, asynchronization, like that. Those are a lot of them. So how do we remember? I mean, take down the notes is different. That is, but how can we can able to manage that all control settings to keep in our mind, even though take the notes
by
somewhat. Any material, anything we can refer that later on like that.
Let me
The
check.
controls functionality.
Yeah, I will check that one, but it will come by practice only. Once you work on any implementation project, you will understand. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only one drop back I can feel myself.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got your point. Okay, but generally these activities we done one time for the implementation projects. Okay, I don't say that other projects you will not do any development or projects where you can add the new document types. Okay, that time also if you are familiar, it will be easy for you. But when it will come with the practice only.
Yeah, but going forward for the interviews level, I mean to say.
Yeah, no problem. We will cover that. You don't need to worry that. Okay, I'm there to help you.
And Srini, where can we access the recorded sessions from?
I will ask you to share that recording link or drive link from Naveen. Naveen will let you know that, Chetan.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Chetan. Good night.